Welcome. We are at the asana portion of the workshop practice. We're going to start seated, nice and tall. And like I expressed before, the breath is a bridge between you and your thoughts. And so at any point in time, if your thoughts begin to become intrusive or rapid, you've always got the sound of your breathing to go back to. We're going to add the breathing with movement, which makes it even easier to get out of the head because you have more to focus on. And these postures that I've chosen are very easy. Not necessarily always easy to practice, but I wanted to create something easy for you to do at home. So, started simple seated. If your legs do not feel comfortable in crisscross applesauce or tucked in, you are more than welcome to stretch the legs out. Or even, this is a good way to start as well for what we're doing. You can also bend the knees and flatten the feet, just soften here. So we'll start out here just breathing. Let's get back into our breath. Let your mind follow your breath. You can even close your eyes for a moment. Full breath in, again, fill up the lungs. Guide the breath out to empty and try to create a nice rhythm. Just welcome your breath in over and over and over and guide it back out gently, fluidly. And so now we've gotten a nice rhythm with the breath, and you can keep your eyes closed as often as you'd like to keep your eyes closed throughout the movement, throughout the asanas that we're practicing. You might notice that you might want to open just to see what I'm doing, and then you can close them again. Doesn't take a lot of balance. We'll do a lot from seated and reclined, or actually all from seated and reclined. But we'll start out hands, palms down on the knees. And just rocking back and forth, we're going to practice seated cat-cows. When you're ready to breathe in, lead the chest forward, arch and open. Maybe even take your gaze up. When you're ready to breathe out, arch, round the back, chin in, rounding and curling. Breathe in, arch and open. And breathe out, round and curl. So the depth of your arching and opening up and rounding depends on you, your bone structure, what you're feeling in your body. You don't have to go very deep. Just feel your body, listen to it. There's no wrong way to do this. The rocking back and forth, moving the spine is enough. So you're breathing in as you open up, breathing out, rounding and curling. Let's do a few more of these. Just energizing the spine. And as you're going back and forth, listen to the sound of your breathing. And so now work your way back up to center. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, ease your right ear towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch along your left side, the left side of your neck. Breathe in. When you're ready, come back up to center. And as you exhale, ear towards shoulder. Breathe in, come back up to center. Now ease the arms out and up overhead. You can interlace the fingers or grab a wrist with one hand and press your palms toward the sky. Get a good stretch and a little sway side to side. This kind of initiates the warm up in the side body before we go deeper. Then we'll take the hands behind the back. You can interlace the fingers and stretch down through the arms, open up the chest. However, if that's too challenging or too difficult, place the hands on the mat and just press through the hands and lift the heart. Your head could go back, your gaze could look up if you like. That's up to you. Just feel. You feel that. So letting go. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, reach the arms out and up. Now we're going to continue warming up the body. As you exhale, bring your right arm down by your side. Reach over with the left arm. So you can press into the right hand and bend at that right elbow and go as far to the right as you'd like to go. It doesn't take much though. It could be subtle. That right arm could be straight and just pressing into and reaching over with the left arm. Inhale, come back up, and then as you exhale to the other side. Inhale up, exhale, switch. So move at your own pace and just get into a rhythm here. You're breathing in, rising up, and you're reaching through the arms and pressing the palms. Feel the warmth in your belly, and as you exhale, side stretch. So we'll do a few more of these. So just a few more, and I'm showing you a little more subtle. So like I said, if you don't want to go that deep, the deep side stretch, you're going to get a lot out of just reaching over slightly. One more to the left, and when you finish, we'll bring your hands back up to center, press the palms, and to your heart. Good. Now we're going to twist, add a twist to this. So breathe in, reach the arms out and up. Now, as you exhale, turn to the right, reach down through the arms. Inhale, reach back up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the right. So a seated spinal twist. We're reaching up, subtle twist to the left as you exhale. You're reaching up with the arms as you breathe in. You're reaching down as you twist. And you can feel the heat rising. Some of you more than others. Warmth in the shoulders and the biceps and the triceps. And also you're using your core, so gently drawing the belly in as you reach up and twisting. You're not forcing the twist. You don't even use your hands to guide you deep with the twist. You're just reaching up and reaching down. Subtle twist to the right, subtle twist to the left. So a few more if you can. The beautiful thing is, if you get warmed up too quickly, if you get a little overwhelmed, you can always take a moment to rest. One more to the left, and then come back to center, and we'll bring hands to heart. So now we'll hold that gentle twist to the right. So the right hand can ease behind you. You can use that with that leverage. Left hand outside right knee or thigh. And just a gentle twisting from the navel up or the chest up. Your gaze could be straight ahead, to the right, or even over your right shoulder. Don't turn to look over your shoulder if it strains your neck. So you want to be comfortable in the neck. And just listen to the sound of your breathing in your twist. And feel the undulations in your body. Keep a long spine. Relax your shoulders. And then come back to center and to the left. And remember, the twisting, really good during this warm-up. The twisting is aiding in digestion. As you unwind, you're creating space in the body, getting better oxygenated blood flow in between all those major internal organs in your torso. So your stomach, your liver, your spleen, your bladder, your kidneys, your intestines, all of it. So we'll come back and a little counter twist to the right. And so when we come back to center, you've got your simple cross leg. We're going to fold forward. And again, like I said, if the cross leg doesn't work for you, you can stretch your legs out if you'd like. So as you come forward, you could slightly come forward. You want to lead with your heart, not round out your back. You could go so far as to getting your forearms down to the floor, but don't try to force. Take a few more breaths here. You can feel warmth in your legs even. You can feel it in your hips and your lower back, and of course, your torso, definitely your arms and your shoulders. So coming back up, we're going to switch the cross leg. So if your legs are crossed, swap legs. Bottom leg to the top, top to the bottom, or whatever was in front, just switch. And then we're going to fold again. Listen to the sound of your breathing. So, in regards to aiding in self-realization, we're basically here in our bodies, just taking the time to breathe into the body, to wake it up, and to stay separate from thought. Don't get involved with thoughts as they come in. And this is the portion of asana practice, and we take this off the mat. We will learn over time how to stay with the body and see our thoughts, but not necessarily involved with our thoughts as we're going throughout our life experience. That's the goal. So we come up. Good. From here, we're going to bring the feet together. The feet together in cobbler's pose will bring the feet. You could bring your feet close to you, but your feet might be more out like a diamond. So whatever is more comfortable for you. Once you bring the feet together, you can bring both hands around the ankles. You could take your first 2 fingers around your big toes in yogi toe lock if you want to hold there. Your legs could be soft, or you could even try to draw the legs down a little bit. Grounding through your seat. I love this posture for grounding, for earth purposes. So your sitting bones are nice and even, and you can draw the seat down and pull on the feet and draw all the way up through the crown of your head. Pull your shoulders gently down so you can let them melt down the back as you hold on to the feet. And let the heart lift and open. Just hold here for a moment. And like I said, you can close your eyes if it's comfortable. Spend a little bit of time listening to the sound of your breathing and observing what's happening in the body as you hold here. Now, you can stay here upright if that suits you, but if you want to go a little bit deeper and stretch the hips, the inner groin more, you can lead the chest forward. And then coming back up. We're going to bring the knees together and take the legs out and shake them out. Ground through the legs. So like if you were standing on the floor, just take a moment to reach through your heels, ground through your legs, press through your seat, and lift your chest. Good. Now we'll open the legs up. You don't have to open them up wide, like super wide. Just as wide as what is comfortable for you. So just enough to get your torso in center, but we're going to work on the right and the left and the center. So you may have to pick your seat up and readjust your sitting bones. But here we are, wide leg. We're going to start with the right leg. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lead your chest to fold toward the right leg. You can walk your hands out. Pause where you feel the edge. So it may be that you're not flat on the right leg. You're not trying to get your chest on your right leg, but you are striving not to round out the back. So lead with your heart. Pause where you feel the edge. Take a few breaths. You'll feel a deep pull in the back of that right leg. So a deep stretch. Now you can use your hands to walk you back up. And then we'll turn toward the left leg. And the same thing, just fold toward that left leg. you're not only going to feel a stretch in the back of the left leg, but you're also going to feel it in your lower right side and lower back. So it's a nice stretch there as well. And then use the hands if you'd like to work your way back up to center, and then we'll fold in center. Folding in center, you may slide the arms down the legs, but I'm going to guide you to walk the hands out. You can press against the floor a little bit if you need to. If you find, because some of us have an edge early on, before you even get far into your fold, your edge can pick up. So start guiding, leading with your heart. Again, don't round out the back, lead with your heart. Some of you might get your forearms down. Some of you may get your chest on the floor. It's really just pausing where your edge is, or even right before your edge, and breathing. You're going to feel a deep stretch in the back of both legs, in your hips and your inner groin. You'll feel your lower back, your middle back, your upper back stretching as well. Good, so work our way back up. Take the hands behind the knees. I think this helps. Bring those legs together and out. Lift the heart in just one little stretch over both legs. And then we'll come back up and onto the back. Bend the knees and flatten the feet to start. So bending the knees and flattening the feet and just pressing the lower back down, and just maybe a little shift from side to side. That might be where you start. And then if you can, pick up the feet, keep the knees bent, and place the hands either around the thighs or even around the shins, and a little rock side to side. Just this rocking into the lower back. And for some of you, it may feel like there's really not a lot going on here. But like I said, I'm going to try to keep all of this as easy as possible, because for a lot of us, there's a lot going on here. Now from here, we can stretch the arms out like a T, just out to the side. And we're going to let the knees fall over to the right. So both legs fall over to the right. Here, you're just striving to keep the shoulders down. So the legs fall to the right, and if the shoulders lift up off the ground, just bring the legs up a little bit more and hold them so that you may keep your shoulders down. A lot of you can probably just let gravity take over the legs and just breathe into your belly. Just take a few more deep breaths. And you'll feel the undulations in your body as you breathe. At every exhalation, Your legs will give a little bit more. Your shoulders will probably relax and lie flat a little bit better with each breath. One more breath. Inhale, come to center and to the other side. And as you switch sides, you may adjust your shoulders. And you see as you're breathing here how easy it is just to close your eyes. Keep all your senses turned inward. So these postures can be practiced over and over and over. They're actually to be practiced over and over. And you make the asanas or the poses a new habit. So the more you practice, the better you get to know your body through the postures and the breathing. And then it becomes easier as you're having your life experience off the mat to stay tuned in, to stay awake and aware. It's very subtle. It's almost like you don't really even notice a lot. You get surprised and delighted. But over time, say 6 months from now, you look back and you can tell the difference. It's a big difference. So we'll come back to center. Once you come back to center, adjust your lower back flat and take the legs up into the air. Keep pressing the lower back down. Some of you may have to hold on to the legs, maybe even hold on to the pants if you have loose pants on. But try to reach up through your feet as you press the lower back down and rotate the ankles in one direction. Rotate in the other direction. Should feel a good burning sensation. Point and flex. You feel your feet warming up, you feel your ankles, your shins, and your calves. Try a few more times. I know you might be burning in the calves and the shins, but you will love the result here. Now soften the knees and just feel your feet for a moment. Should feel a nice cooling sensation, a rush of good energy flow into the feet. And now with that, I know you're probably feeling that right now. Bring your feet together at the mat and let your knees fall open. Adjust your seat and adjust your shoulders where your lower back has its natural arch and your shoulders are flat. And you can place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And again, close the eyes if that feels good. Listen to the sound of your breathing and feel your pulse. Feel your organs at work. Let gravity take over your hips and your inner groin. Feel that stretch there. Feel the top of your inhalation and the body expand. And really feel the bottom of your exhalation. And you may even hold the breath out for just 1 second and feel the pulse in your belly. Now we'll stretch the legs all the way out and let the feet fall open. Your arms by your side, palms toward the ceiling. Let your fingers curl in naturally. Feel the back of your head heavy. Now your eyes are closed or open. Closed if you're comfortable. Either way, bring your eyes to center. So you're gazing between the brow or down the tip of the nose with the eyes closed or open. Just keep the eyes still. If your eyes begin to wander, bring them back to center. Relax here for a moment. Just notice how you're feeling from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet. And just continue to observe your body with no judgment. Be friendly with whatever comes up. And even with the thoughts, whatever comes up, don't get involved. Don't judge. Just go back to your breathing. Enjoy your space, and I will cue you when it's time to come back up.